herein. Every human being should beget nice children in the womb of his wife as a sacrifice for the purpose of worshipping Supreme Personality of Godhead in devotional service. In Vishnu Purana it is said that Varnashramachara Vrata Purushena Parahapuman Vishnur Aradyate Panta Nanyat Tat Toshana Karanam. One can worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu by proper discharge of the principles of Varna and Ashrama. There is no alternative to pacifying the Lord by execution of the principles of Varnashrama system. Vishnu worship is the ultimate aim of human life. Those who take the license of married life for sense enjoyment must also take the responsibility to satisfy the personality of God, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vishnu, the first stepping stone in Vishnu and the first stepping stone is the Varnashrama system. Varnashrama Dharma is a systematic institution for advancing in the worship of Vishnu. However, if one directly engages in the process of direct devotional service to the Supreme Godhead, it may not be necessary to undergo disciplinary system Varnashrama Dharma. It's a very important point. Varnashrama Dharma is not really needed actually. As a minister of ISKCON Varnashrama ministry, I am saying. I am co-minister for ISKCON Varnashrama ministry. Varnashrama Dharma is not really needed. For whom? For those who are in the pure devotional platform. So if you see, it's a very important point. Anyway, topic came, I have to explain few things. Like this material world is with what? Karmis. Karmis means they do hard work, they do their dharma, by they will be getting the artha, and the artha they use it for the sense gratification. Dharma, artha, kama. So these are known as karmis. That means they are doing the work and gratifying their senses. And such a people, when they come in contact with, there are two kinds of spiritualists majorly. Either one is jnanis and another is devotees. If someone is coming in contact with the jnani, karmi come in contact with the jnani, so then this jnani will say that, hey, why you are working? And for your material pleasure, you have to see there is a higher pleasure. So that higher pleasure is nothing but what he says, that is Nirguna Brahman, that means Brahman. Maybe you can make it silent actually. So this karmi, when he comes into the contact with the jnani, what he will be doing? He will be saying that Brahman realization is the highest pleasure and you have to achieve that. But to achieve Brahman realization, what is needed? Practice of Jnana Sadhanas, as explained in the 13th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Amanitvam, Adambitvam, these are the total 20 sadhanas are being explained. So one should practice the Jnana Sadhanas. So this is the path of what? Jnana. So one should practice Jnana Sadhanas to realize Brahman. So can he, when he come in contact with the karmi, when he meets karmi, immediately can he say, you stop your fruity mentality and do practice the Jnana Yoga and leave the work? Can he say? He cannot say like that. Because without sufficient purification of the heart, he cannot enter into the Jnana path. So that's why, what is the entry door for the entering Jnana? Antakarana Suddhi. Antakarana Suddhi. So how to achieve this Antakarana Suddhi? So for that one should do the Nishkama Karma Yoga. So that's why when karmi coming in contact with the jnani, what he will be saying? He will be inspiring him to do karma, but not to get attached for the results. And offer the results of your karma to Lord. And also don't feel yourself as the doer of this karma. Kartrutva buddhi also should leave. So like that he says, when he becomes sufficiently purified in his heart, what it means? So he is able to detach from his results. And neither he is having the aversion or attraction for the good or bad results. It may be the labha or alabha, jaya or apajaya. So whatever it may be, so he has to be in a equipoise state. So if he is able to do that, that means by doing Nishkama Karma Yoga, one is coming into the mode of goodness and able to make him see himself as soul actually. he able to realize himself as soul, because Jivatma is being covered by the avidya. So this is Jivatma covered by the avidya. When he does, so Nishkama Karma Yoga, this avidya is being replaced by what? Is replaced by the vidya. Vidya is out of what? Is out of the mode of goodness. Vidya is out of the goodness, and avidya is out of ignorance and tamas and rajas. So by doing Nishkama Karma Yoga, what is happening? Avidya is reduced and vidya is increased, so that in this vidya, when it is surrounded by the soul, soul is able to realize himself as I am soul. So that is the outcome of the Nishkama Karma Yoga. We have seen in the Bhagavad Gita first 6 chapters this. And when he sufficiently purified this, then he can leave karma sannyasa. That's the 5th chapter it says. But without getting the detachment for the results, he cannot leave the karma. So in the 5th chapter also he says, in the 6th chapter, he says in the Dhyana Yoga, one should reach to the stage of the Dhyana, then only he should be in the Nishkama Karma Yoga, do the Dhyana Yoga also, and when he is sufficiently able to fix his mind, then only he should leave the karma. So that is the more safest position, he says in the Bhagavad Gita. But what is the basic qualification to leave the karma? Antakarna Suddhi. One should be detached from the results of karma so successfully. Then he can enter into the Gnana Marga and practice the Gnana Sadhanas. And then finally he will become the Jivan Mukta, that is the Sthita Prajna state, and then finally he will enter into the Nirguna Brahman. So further, that means Jivatma, when it reaches to this state, even Vidya also he will leave, and finally what will be there? Only little bhakti will be surrounding to him. Because while doing the Gnana Sadhanas, if you see in the 20 sadhanas which are said in the Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, Maicha Ananya Yogena Bhakti Yogena. Ananya Yogena, like that is said. No? So one should practice Gnana Sadhanas, also should practice Bhakti along with this. So, and gradually what should happen? He should leave the practicing Gnana also, and he should be then leave the Gnana Sadhanas also, then he will be remaining with what? Bhakti only. Because that Gnana will be destroyed by Gnana itself, like how the firewood, when you put a fire to it, what will happen? This fire will be, this wood is cause for the fire, and also this fire is burning the wood. The same way, Gnana will be also, he will leave. And that Gnana is born through the Gnana, so then what will be there? The only Bhakti, and using this little Bhakti, because of this little Bhakti, this Jivatma is uplifted and put in the Brahman relation. So this is the way Brahman relation happens. So this is the process. Karmi, when coming in contact with any devotee, any Gnani, so it happens like this. And first 6 chapters and last 6 chapters are describing. Last 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita is describing this area, and first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita is describing this area. And what about the another thing? Now here Prabhupada is saying Varnashrama is a stepping stone for the devotion. How it can be, that we will see in this side. Of course, here also there is a Varnashrama system. This Varnashrama system is what? Is a Karmi Varnashrama system. They will be doing their society dividing based upon Varnas, but what they are doing the sense gratification. They do follow their duties, earn money and gratify their senses. This is only the purpose of their Varnashrama system. There is no concept of moksha. But what is this Varnashrama system? These people also who are inspired by the Jnanis, and if they become community, there is impersonalist Varnashrama. That means impersonal Brahman is their goal. So that's why it's known as impersonalist Varnashrama system. So Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur Goswami Maharaj is telling about these types of Varnashrama systems in his Brahmana Vaishnava, one essay actually. There you can see. And now, if you come to the karmis who are coming in contact with the devotee, so after coming in contact with the devotee, so then he has to develop, then there is a line. What is this is what Saguna Brahma, in that also realizing Krishna or getting the Krishna. This is the goal. Saguna Brahma, why I wrote? Because it can be a big, wider path, and it can be through another process. Ashtanga Yoga also can make one and realize Paramatma. That I am not explaining. So this is like a wider path. So it can be having the one sub-path. This is what? This is Ashtanga Yoga. and which will make to realize Paramatma. This I am not interested, so that I am not discussing here. So we are interested in only bhakti, so that's why I am taking. To enter into the bhakti, what is the qualification? Morning we discussed, na? Firm faith. Until unless one doesn't have firm faith, with Komal Shraddha, even if he entered into the pure devotion, he cannot do the continuation of the pure devotion. Pure devotion means doing 24 hours direct devotional services. Direct devotional services like Shravanam, Kirtanam for pleasure of Krishna. So direct devotional service means Gnana Karma Dhanavrutam. For pleasure of Krishna only means Anyabhilasha Sunyam. 24 hours service means Anukulyena Krishna Anu. That means Krishna Anusilans 24 hours. So one should do this kind of service in pure devotional platform. This kind of bhajan one should do. So to enter into that one, what is the needed? Firm faith. Firm faith is needed here. Firm faith Swarupa is already I explained in the morning class. So when one karmi coming in contact with the devotee, is he immediately eligible to enter into the direct devotional service? No. For entering into the direct devotional service, is there any need of the Antakarana Suddhi? No. Antakarana Suddhi is not needed. Antakarana Suddhi is needed only for Nishkama Karma Yogi to enter into Gnana path. But to enter into the pure devotional service, what is the qualification is required? Not the purification of the heart, but what is needed? Firm faith is enough. If one gets the firm faith, then he can immediately engage himself in bhajan, that means 24-hour service of the Lord, direct devotional service, and that bhakti itself will take care and destroy those anarthas, whatever he has. That is the potency of the bhakti, but that is not there with the gnana. That is not there with the gnana. So that's why in this case what he has to do, this karmi, when he coming with the devotees, then his goal is what? Regularly associating devotees and developing the firm faith, and for that he is associating the pure devotees all the time and hearing the Bhagavatam and Bhakti Shastras. And still he didn't have firm faith, he should do the karma and he will be doing the simple life. And this is known as Daiva Varnashrama Dharma actually. This is not the Karmi Varnashrama. Karmi Varnashrama will be having the Devata, worship of the demigods and so and so. But here the aspirant of the pure devotion, he doesn't have any kind of demigod worship. And he cannot do any worship against the pure devotional principles, because he is an aspirant. So he will be also dividing his society based upon the Varnas and having their own communities. And also after that, so their goal is what? They will be protecting their time. They're saving their time and the energy to do more and more association with the devotees and studying the scriptures and developing the faith. And that is the goal of this. And in this stage, there is a need of the Varnashrama, Daiva Varnashrama. But one who entered into the pure devotion, if he develops firm faith, he can leave all the rules and regulations of the Varnashrama and he can practice 24 hours Shravana Kirtan. And that is, he has to be. And even after getting firm faith, if one thinks that Varnashrama is needed, then it's wrong actually. He is not in the pure devotion. So that's why pure devotion is free from the rules coming from the body. Varnashrama rules are from the body actually. But these are needed for the devotees who didn't have firm faith. Till that time it is needed, but after that it is no need. That's why Prabhupada is writing what? Varnashrama Dharma is a stepping stone actually. It is not the process of the devotion. This is the process of the devotion. And here also people who are coming in karmi, coming in contact with the devotees, he didn't have firm faith, but will he do bhajan or not? He will do bhajan. He will do bhajan, but that bhajan is not pure. Because 24 hours he is not able to engage him in the devotion, he is doing the karma. So that's why he is mixing karma with his bhakti. Actually his consciousness is karma mishra bhakti. He doesn't have full faith on the bhakti and doing that. And he is having the faith on the karma and other things also. So that's why the condition for the pure devotion is gnana karma dhanavrutam. That is being not satisfied by him, through him by it actually, still. So he has to come to raise the level, consciousness. And also he might be having some kind of material desires also. So he came into the contact, but someone coming into the with a powerful devotee association, this karmi coming in association of powerful devotee, so without taking much time, he can go and jump into this. But that's why Prabhupada, when he started this movement 1966, so he was asking everyone to join in our temples, all the grihasthas also. So he was asking to join, all the brahmacharis, everyone should be in the temple and doing the 24 hours direct services to the Krishna. But as the due course of the time, if you see, the society is increasing and people are falling, and one sannyasi, 5 women, he was writing actually 1977. So February, so 12th actually, you can see in the conversation. In this conversation, we can see Prabhupada is clearly saying several, because now the society is getting increased and we are not able to see that standards of the pure devotion are not maintained by them. And they are now becoming that means not able to, even sannyasis who are meant for setting the example, they were not able to do. So then Prabhupada was encouraging that one, we should do implementation of Varnashrama Dharma. So that's why Varnashrama Dharma is needed to facilitate the lot of people in the society, because in the temple also you cannot, first of all, temple is meant for the people who have more faith, almost all near to the firm faith at least. Otherwise, temple is not meant for the karmic activities, for gratifying the senses. Temple is not meant for the individual sense gratification, no. Temple is meant for the serving Lord only purely and for his pleasure. So that's why this is for the morely, who is having more firm faith like all of you. But people now came in contact with the devotees, but they have only some faith, little faith. Then what is a way to progress in them actually? Then there is a need to create some system for them, so that they should get regularly association and they should get the regularly hearing of the Krishna Katha and developing faith. And they should get the more devotee association. But if you bring them to if you introduce in devotion, but if you don't facilitate them to improve in their devotion, to improve their faith, then what will happen? जैसा जो भी घड़ा है, इसको छेद बना के पानी लेके जाएंगे तो क्या होता है? तो वैसे ही जाते ही रहेगा. हम लोग ऊपर से डालते रहेंगे, इधर छेद से निकल के जाते ही रहेगा. तो इससे हमारा आउटपुट माने सोसाइटी में ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन नहीं आएगा. So we might be getting the new people, but also we are seeing old people are disappearing actually. So because we are not able to put a system for them actually. That is very much needed, because now outside people, people is aspiring for pure devotion, and if you make him to associate this area, then what will happen? These people are interested in the sense gratification. And if this pure aspirant of pure devotion is an association of karmi, then what he will do? Karmi's influence will be there in that, and that person also. He will influence him and he will make him to work more for his senses. And his influence will be, that's why atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulyuncha shadbir bhaktir विनश्यति. जो भी थोड़ा सा बीज डाले हम लोग, यदि पावरफुल डिवोटी एसोसिएशन मिल गए तो उनका अनर्थ नष्ट होकर बहुत जल्दी प्योर डिवोशन में जाएगा. लेकिन छोटा मोटा डिवोटी का एसोसिएशन में ये कर्मी भी उनका इतना स्ट्रांग नहीं रहता है एक्चुअली. तो वो जो बीज है ना अभी भी वीक ही रहता है. तो वो शुद्ध भक्ति करने में उनके और भी बहुत कुछ अनर्थ नष्ट होकर उनमें दृढ़ श्रद्धा डेवलप होना चाहिए. उसके लिए तो टाइम लगता है. तब तक उनको सिस्टम चाहिए, तब तक प्रोडक्ट नहीं करेंगे. धर्म माने दया वर्णाश्रम धर्म मीन्स इज अ मोड ऑफ गुडनेस. बट व्हेन यू सी कर्मी वर्णाश्रम इज फुल ऑफ पैशन, वर्किंग फॉर द रिजल्ट्स. So it's very horrible actually. And also actually now there is a karmi society also, there is a vikarmi society actually. And these aspirants of pure devotion are in the vikarmi society actually. And because of this vikarminess, that means rajas and tamas is very heavy here. And that is bombarding, and even you are teaching, you are asking, years and years are going, but there is no development actually. Because there is no strong association. Their life is controlled by the karmis who are desiring more and more sense gratification. But these devotees who are pure devotees, want to be pure devotees, but their life is in the hands of someone else. So, and they are taking out these people's time. These all the grihasthas, how many hours they are in the engagement of the service? Very few hours. So, and remaining time they are working for the karmis to fulfill their goals, to achieve their goals. And because of this, there is a big problem. So that's why Prabhupada is saying, Varnashram Dharma is needed for entering into the pure devotion. That Varnashrama Dharma is not like Karmi Varnashrama. So that is a very, very conducive to the pure devotion. So that's why it is known as Daiva Varnashrama Dharma. This is the concept of Daiva Varnashrama Dharma. And it is introduced by whom initially? Huh? No. Go back. Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Bhakti Vinod Thakur in 1982 onwards, Sajjana Toshani is started actually, a fortnight magazine. And in this he was writing how the society has to be organized. And he was making how to village organization should be done, how to divide the Varnas in villages, how to introduce the system. Everything was discussed by him actually in his magazines. After that, Sajjana Toshani was changed the name by Bhakti Siddhanta and in the name of the Harmonist. And in the last letter to the Bhakti Siddhanta, if you see, O Saraswati, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing. So this society is very much now is full of mis and caste-based system. So these people are so proud, puffed up and proud. So caste, that means so-called Brahmanas. They are saying that we are Brahmanas and we are the superiors of the society. This was not at all liked by our Acharyas actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur especially. So that's why this kind of caste-based system should not go on. When they come in contact with the devotees and when they chant the holy name, even Sapachopi, Savanaya Kalpate. That means even a dog eater, if he take the holy name, he is fit for to become a Somayaji. So that's why based upon this principle, we have to introduce again a reformed society actually, on the strength of the holy name actually. So that kind of society organization should be done and they should be given proper association and make them pure devotees. The movement, our Krishna conscious movement, Prabhupada writes, is meant for creating pure devotees. This movement is meant for creating pure devotees. Like that, so Prabhupada is also writing several times in the purports also. This bija, that means the mission is started by even, so that's why this Varnashram system is samskaras. What kind of samskaras we should follow? Without samskaras, Varnashram system cannot be. Purificatory process, Varnashram. So what kind of samskaras are followed? So these are explained by Gopal Bhatta Goswami in Satkriya Saradipika. That means our Acharyas are having very planning from the beginning itself. So who are entering into the pure devotion, they don't need to do any samskaras also. Purificatory process for whom? For those who are not in the pure devotion actually. Who are in the pure devotion, they are beyond the material conditions actually. There is no point of samskaras also. Samskara is a purificatory process. If someone is 24 hours engaged in the devotion, fully surrendered to the Krishna, is there any need for them to purificate other than bhakti? Is there any samskaras needed? Performing samskaras? No. So that's why samskaras are the part of the Varnashram system that's meant for whom? For the who are not in the pure devotion. And for that actually Gopal Bhatta Swami gave a book for us how to, that means from the Jata Karma Samskara, then Namakarana Samskara, then Upanayana Samskara, then after that like that, each Samskara how to perform in a Vaishnava way, so that that Samskara if you do follow like the Karmis, then that is against the pure devotion, principle of devotion. So that's why our Acharyas are giving the what kind of, that means Varnashram system which is not against the pure devotion. Such a Varnashram system is introduced to these people who didn't have full surrenderance, but purpose is uplifting them to the pure devotion. This is the mission of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Okay, Prabhu, is this clear? Yeah. Yeah. Other like we have Nitya Karma, Naimitya Karma, and Kamya Karma we don't do. Actually, Karma is 5 types. Nitya Karma, Naimitya Karma, Kamya Karma, Nishiddha Karma, Prayaschitta Karma. Particularly, we do Nitya Karma means the regular duties. Like Brahmanas, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. So these will be there. So like when you stay in a community, we need to organize the work. We need protection. We need the food. We need some other things like village technologies, other objects. So that's why based upon the qualities of the individuals, so those has to be given service. And that's why they will be having the Varna-based activities in a community, so that cooperate each other and do. Purpose of the community is how to become pure devotees. On that principle, they have to cooperate each other, and also they are divided based upon the qualities, and they do whatever karma they do here. So they will do that offer to the Lord. But they has to develop that even this karma also should be left over very soon and develop faith on Lord himself. And karma is not the medium to depend on the Lord. Directly one should depend on the Lord. Even in the behind the karma ultimately, so Lord's mercy only is functioning. That kind of faith they should develop. That will come not by one day actually. They should do practice their sadhana, and also they should regularly associate pure devotees. From their mouths they has to hear the pure devotion and also glories of the Lord and pure devotees stories like we have seen morning. So then they will develop this. Like that everyone in that society uplifted to pure devotion. Okay. Huh? Yes. Can you on the mic? Yeah. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So in a Devi Varnashram society, Nitya Karma, as you told, people...
Naimittik karma means samskaras.
Okay, so... But then who will decide, and I mean, how practically one will decide that one is Brahmana, one is Kshatriya, one is Shudra, like that?
Prabhupada gave a solution for that. Like you see how now in the bunch of students are there. Now some are the engineers, some are the doctors, some are the cleaners, and some are the just road cleaning. So how they are divided? They divided based upon the training actually. Similarly, Prabhupada wanted Varnashrama college to be implemented. In that Varnashrama college, everyone is having the open chance. And there are the teachers for the training as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. And so these people whoever is coming, let him fit for first try for the Brahmana work. And like example, you are giving the exam for the mathematics and to MPC, and you are trying to enter for the engineering, but we failed. Then we'll go for the another course. Same way here also, Prabhupada only said this. What is the difficulty in this? Give the training and who are fit for the what? So based upon that training itself is known. It's not a rubber stamp actually. So whoever is fit for the whatever service, they are qualified in that, then they will be that Varna. But everyone should do devotion service, and everyone is aspirant of the, it should be the aspirant of pure devotion. And that's why Srila Prabhupada instructions all are compiled in a book actually. That book name is Speaking About Varnashrama Dharma. Kindly see this, visit this book. Prabhupada gave a lot of instructions very clearly in practical way how to implement. Okay, we'll go to the next sloka. So this is Nitya karma, Naimittik karma, Kamya karma, Nishiddha karma, and Prayaschitta karma. Varnashrama Dharma is a systematic institution for advancing in worship of Vishnu. However, if one directly engages in the process of devotional service, that means direct devotional service. Suddha Bhakti means direct devotional service. If one is able to engage, there is no need of, it may not be necessary to undergo. That means, if this karmi is able to engage direct, actually you should remember, pure devotion means direct service. And 24 hours, like Shravana Kirtanadi Rupa Bhakti, means 64 limbs of Bhakti, Sadhana Bhakti given by Rupa Goswami Pada in NOD. If one is able to engage this kind of services directly, there is no need of following the Varnashram system. But still they will follow as a leader of the society to set an example externally, without having faith on that. That means without thinking that Varnashram is needed for the progress of the bhakti. Such a conscience they don't have. Only to set an example they do. So this kind of, so Prabhupada purpose, actually we should see very carefully. Every word is very important. Like you cannot think directly, word is also very important here. And also stepping stone is also very important here. It's not, if you think that till getting the Krishna Prema, if you think Varnashram is needed, and if you stick to the Varnashram, then you are also not in the pure devotion. Your bhakti is being covered by the karma, karma avrutam. That is also very dangerous. It's not. It is only the stepping stone actually. It's not the part of the service. So that's why in the Rupa Goswami's NOD, the Sadhana Bhakti 64 limbs, he didn't write Karma Arpanam as one of the item in that. No Karma Arpanam. Param susrushanam mahyam syat praja rakshaya nrupa Bhagavante prajabhartur rishikeshonu tushyati. O king, if you can give proper protection to the living beings in the material world, that will be the best service for me. When the Supreme Lord sees you to be a good protector of the conditioned souls, certainly the master of the senses will be very pleased with you. Okay. Yagnaihi yajanaihi archana shravana kirtanadaireva lingite nyayate. So by pleasing the Lord, so what will happen? One is also respecting himself. By displeasing the Lord, so one is making himself displeased. Prahlad Maharaj says, na, what is that sloka? Yatha mukhasri pratimurkam. Mirror. Actually, if you want to beautify your, that means if someone wants to, like Jivatma is compared with the reflection and Bimba is compared with the Lord. So if reflection should be very beautiful, then what should be done on that mirror? If you keep on putting the design, is no use. But Bimba has to be beautified. So then automatically reflection will be beautiful. So that's why in the position of reflection, Jivatma is there. In the position of the Bimba, Lord is there. If Jivatma to be happy, then he has to serve Lord. Like the example is, if reflection should be beautiful, one should decorate Bimba. So Prahlad Maharaj says the same way, if we please Paramatma, that's Brahmaji is saying, if we please him, then automatically everyone, he himself will be pleased. Purport, the whole administrative system is arranged for the purpose of going back home, back to Godhead. This should be the, actually as a king, previously kings were the pure devotees. So Maharaj Parikshit, Maharaj Yudhishthir Maharaj, and Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, all the administrators are pure devotees. So the purpose of, like you see in the Ambarish Maharaj court, all the Amatyas, they are also Brahmanas, also pure devotees. All people in the society, also in the kingdom, everyone is also doing the pure devotion. You can see in the purports, actually Prabhupada was writing in the 9th canto, 4th chapter. So the administrative system is arranged for purpose of going back home, back to Godhead. Brahma is the representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Manu is the representative of Brahma. Similarly, all other kings on different planets of the universe are representative of Manu. The law book for the entire human society is Manu Samhita, which directs all activities towards the transcendental service of the Lord. You can see in the Manu Samhita the qualities of the Sadharana Dharma for the human beings. What are those, you know? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasanam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. This Navada Bhakti is Sadharana Dharma for every human being. Who wrote? Manu is writing in his book. Same thing Narada Muni is also repeating in 7th canto, 11th chapter. So to Yudhishthir Maharaj, he was explaining what are the dharma, basic, the common dharma for the human beings. In the 30 qualities, this Navada Bhakti is also included actually. That means Bhakti is compulsory for the as a human being. So Manu Smriti, that's why Manu is a perfect administrator. And in his Dharma Shastra, what he kept? Every human being should do Bhakti. Shravana Kirtanadirupa Bhakti. So that's why Prabhupada is writing. Manu Samhita should be what? Is the law book for the humanity. Every king therefore must know that his responsibility in administration is not merely to exact taxes from the citizens, but to see personally that the citizens under him are being trained in Vishnu worship. That means Shravanam Kirtanam should be the common for everyone. Manu, he says that if he doesn't follow, then he'll be punished. That's a Manu's rule actually. This is a Sadharana Dharma. The conditioned souls are meant not to satisfy their material senses, but to satisfy the senses of Rishikesha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the purpose of the complete administrative system. So one who knows this secret, as disclosed here in the vision of Brahma, is a perfect administrative head. So Brahmaji is instructing to his son as being a supreme administrator for this whole universe, who is the supreme administrator, that is Brahmaji. He is saying to his son, if you worship Krishna, and you will be happy and everyone will be happy. So that is the guiding principle he is giving for the management, for the administrator. Now Manu is going to become an administrator. And his descendants, we are all Manavas. And we should follow the law book set by him. And where he is writing, every human being should do Sakshat Bhakti to the Lord. As one of the duty of his. Is one of the duties. So one who knows this secret, as disclosed here in the version of Brahma, is a perfect administrative head. One who doesn't know this is a show bottle administrator. Now all the administrators are show bottle administrators. That's why Prabhupada says that we don't want to align with any political party. We don't want to align with any political party because they are not in favor of pure devotional service. Maybe they are sentimental in some things, but Prabhupada wanted pure, that means devotees as administrators. So when this society is transformed like this, as envisioned by the Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and this community grows into the big society, like in every village and like as desire of the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when every village and town is Krishna conscious, then administrators also will be coming from there. Then it will change the whole shape of the society. This is the vision from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, from the long back. It's a 500 years back goal. By training the citizens in the devotional service of the Lord, the head of the state can be free from responsibility. Otherwise, he will fail in the onerous duty entrusted to him and thus be punishable by supreme authority. If king is not guiding everyone to satisfy Vishnu, then he will be punished. He will be getting the lot of sin. Next sloka. Esham na tushto bhagavan yajna lingo janardanaha tesham shramohya pardhaya yadatma nadruta swayam. Can anyone read?
If he is not satisfied, then one's labor for advancement is futile. He is the ultimate self, and therefore one who does not satisfy him certainly neglects his own interests.
So Brahmaji is giving these teachings. भाई जो भी करेगा आप भगवान की प्रसन्नता के लिए करना है जिम्मेदारी से. तो अपना बेटे को ऐसा उपदेश दे रहे हैं. Brahmaji is deputed as the supreme head of universal affairs. And he in his turn deputes Manu and others as charges affairs of material manifestation. But the whole show is for satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahma knows how to satisfy the Lord, and similarly persons engaged in the line of Brahma's plan of activities also know how to satisfy the Lord. So that's why all pure Vaishnavas, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur Gosai Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, they want to see whole society to be organized by the Vaishnavas and they are all serving Vishnu. This kind of society they want actually. That is the purpose of our mission actually, this Krishna conscious movement, doing preaching and distributing books and after that constructing temples and initiation, and finally the society has to be transformed actually like that into a society, and they should not be in the control of karmis. It is one's own self-interest to execute prescribed devotional service, and anyone who neglects this process neglects in own self-interest. So that's why previously Manu and Narada Muni, they are all keeping in their shastras, dharma shastras, and also all other shastras like Bhakti Shastra, Narada Bhakti Sutras. The Shravanam Kirtana Rupam Bhakti is mandatory for everyone. So because that is important for every Atma. The premier Lord and the cause of all causes is Krishna. The complete process of perfectional service is to render service for the satisfaction of the transcendental senses of Lord Krishna, who is known as Janardana. Next, Manu Ruvacha. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, the example that you referred from Prahlad Maharaj, Bimb and Pratibimb. And the example that you referred from Prahlad Maharaj analogy, Bimb and Pratibimb.
Being?
Bimb and Pratibimb. Person and its image. One has to decorate.
Huh? Reflection, acha.
Yeah. So, Bimb is personality of God, supreme personality of Godhead, and Pratibimb is the living entity.
No, I didn't say it's example. Pratibimba Vada is not our Vada. We are against the Pratibimba Vada. This is an example. It means if you want to see, that's in the position of mirror I said. I am not saying that the reflection of the Lord is the Jivatma. No. That's the philosophy of Mayavadis. Mayavadis philosophy I will explain anyway, on a minute, so that confusion will not be there. Mayavadis, they say there is only one thing is there. What is that? That is Brahman. How? What is the Brahman? They say that it is Nirguna, Nirvishesha, Chitmatra, Satta. There are no qualities, there is no form, there is no features, nothing. Then what is that? That is Brahman. The one which is nothing is Brahman. That's why it's a Prachannam Bauddha Muchite. Is one way of is what? Is what philosophy? Is a Sunyavada only. But it's a covered Sunyavada. But they say this is a Brahman and they say it's only bliss. Who is taking that bliss? He himself is bliss and he is also everything. And Ananda, Anandatvam, Anandavan, everything is one only. So there are no many. And this is reflected on Maya. So Maya is having the two potencies like us. Like how we define Maya, they also define Maya at good extent to us. One is Vidya and another is Avidya. That means these are the two portions of the Maya and Maya actually. Vidya and Avidya. And from this Avidya, what is made? Antakaranas. And Vidya, yes, is one. When this Brahman reflects on Vidya, so this reflection is known as what? Ishvara. And when this Brahman is reflecting on each and every Antakarana, which is product of Avidya, is known as Jiva. So when this Jiva realizes that there is no Vidya and Avidya, then what will happen? This is out, then what is there? Brahman, so that is one. This is the philosophy actually. So Pratibimba Vada is not our philosophy. We take the Prahlad Maharaj is taking then just an example. If you want to see the beauty in reflection, then what you should do? So you have to decorate the object actually, not the reflection. For that, so that means Jivatma to be happy, then he has to serve the Lord. This is only the example, nothing more actually. Yes. Yes, bro.
Just one clarification, I mean not clarification, some doubt. Or so that you are telling the Daivi Varnashram system is a stepping stone, so a devotee who may not be able to completely transcend can engage Shravanam and Kirtanam and also engage all his work in the pleasure of the service of Lord Vishnu. It's a system is like that. So is it necessary that this Daivi Varnashram system has to be only in the countryside, or it can also be practiced in a urban setup?
Achha, yeah. Prabhu's question is, this Daiva Varnashram system practiced only in the rural side, or otherwise can be practiced in the urban side?
Can
also?
it also be done in urban side?
So actually, cities are full of mode of passion and ignorance. So because of this, what will happen? Mostly, it will influence everyone into the mode of passion and ignorance, so that we cannot cultivate so easily the Brahmanical qualities because of the association of the passion and ignorance. That will contaminate the physically and also mentally all the time when the senses are being in contact with the women. They keep on seeing the brahmacharya. It will be actually, it will be affecting their consciousness. Yes or no? It will severely affect actually. But brahmacharis are taking risk and they are sacrificing their, that means their many things actually. They are taking austerity, it's like a austerity, and still they are preaching. They should preach in the cities, staying and preach. But they should send back whomever they are preaching to the villages. Prabhupada's plan is this. And he wants to see that all the temples, that means in the cities, they should preach rigorously and send everyone to the rural area. Once cities are closed, then we don't need to have any city temples. He was writing, you can see in the folio actually. In his conversations, he is writing in one place, we don't need any more city temples provided when all the city devotees are shifted to villages. So this was given actually, but we need to have city temples to preaching only. Other than, there is no other business than preaching in the city temples. The only purpose is preaching, city temples. But devotees who are serious actually, they want to progress in pure devotional service, then they have to shift themselves to the environment which is mode of goodness. That is land and cows and Krishna. So like in the Vrindavan, so we are always serving the Krishna and also cows. Krishna always goes with the cows. And if you don't want to, गोबर को नहीं उठाना चाहे तो गोलोक में प्रवेश नहीं है भैया. क्यों पता है? क्योंकि cow consciousness is also important. Cow means is a dear to Lord actually. You may think, oh, cows are material. The concept you see, it's a golok actually. Cows planet it is. Golok means what? It's a cows actually, place for the cows. And there what Krishna's, if you want to do, actually technically I will explain. If you want to go to Goloka, it will be a Ragatmika Bhakta. Yes? One should be Ragatmika Bhakta. So at the stage of the Asakti onwards, from the Ruchi and Asakti, in this actually when you come to the stage of the Asakti, so from there we should not do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Externally we should do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, but we should practice what? Raganuga Bhakti. What is the meaning of Raganuga Bhakti? Following the footsteps of the inhabitants of Vrindavan Vasis. Clearly it states actually in the NVOD, and also you can see in the 17th chapter NVOD. One should follow the footsteps of the inhabitants of Vraja actually. व्रजवासिस को फॉलो करते हुए भक्ति करना है. माने व्रजवासिस जैसा जैसा डे को एंगेज करते हैं अपने आप को, आप वैसा एंगेज करना है अपने आप को, तभी जाकर गोलोक में आप रह पाएंगे, है ना. गोलोक कॉन्शियसनेस बनाना है अभी इधर से ही. तो गोलोक में क्या करते हैं? सुबह उठते हैं और गाय को चराते हैं भगवान के साथ, और गोपियां हैं तो गाय को धुलाते हैं, दोहन करते हैं, और उस दूध से भगवान के लिए अच्छा पदार्थ बनाते हैं, मक्खन बनाते हैं, दही बनाते हैं, और भगवान के लिए सभी माने 24 चक्की से आटा पीसते हैं, सब कुछ जैसा गोलोक का कॉन्शियसनेस है ना. लेकिन सभी भगवान के लिए हैं इधर. गोलोक कॉन्शियसनेस क्या है? कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस. उसी कॉन्शियसनेस से उसी प्रकार की हम इधर रूप गोस्वामी में लिखते हैं, यदि फिजिकली रहो नहीं तो मेंटली रहना ही पड़ेगा. यू शुड बी सर्विंग लाइक हाउ यशोदा. इफ यू वांट टू बिकम like a motherly, that means motherly gopi, or if you want to become a manjari, or if you want to become a gopi, so you have to follow their footsteps, how the Srimati Radharani and her followers, the gopis and their followers, manjaris, how they do service. We should also cultivate that actually in the Raganuga Bhakti stage, and when it is matures, that is known as Ragatmika Bhakti. So then it will become the stage of the prema, that will become Ragatmika Bhakti. So that's why it is very important actually, if you see philosophically also, that consciousness is important. Krishna consciousness, Vrindavan consciousness is important. It's not only Krishna consciousness. Raganu Bhakti means Vrindavan consciousness. Vrindavan is a village and cows. Here cows and village will help you to cultivate that consciousness. So it's really helpful actually. So that is the higher steps definitely. But before also, to develop strong Shraddha, you should be in the mode of goodness. If you are not in the mode of goodness, in the Rajas and Tamas, what will happen? You are hearing something but meaning is coming something else actually. But when we are in the mode of goodness, then we will be grasping the same meanings of the words and doing the reconciliation of same thing. Same essence we can get. Okay, Prabhuji. This sloka we read? Huh? Finish? 14 is over, na? 14 we should start. Manuruvacha Adeshamuham bhagavato varteyami vasudana sthanam tu hanujanihi prajanam mama cha prabhu. Sri Manu said, O all-powerful Lord, O killer of all sins, I shall abide by your order. Now please let me know my place and that of living entities born of me. So just in the connection I am saying in the previous, we need actually city temples also, city preachers also. Both are important. It's not that you should now leave today's city and go to the villages and sit. That is also important, and it is also so many thousands of people are there in the cities. City preaching also very important. But it is a very austere life. And whoever is going to villages is a luxurious life. Yes, Prabhu? Because the one who is free from the attack of the Maya, so then who is free from the mode of goodness means he is taking the luxurious life. But both are important. That area also should be important, and one should take the austerity and risky life this is. But we should be strong in our sadhana, in our goal. Why we are here? Of course, our heart is also there in the village. But now we are here, so for bringing these people to out. But we should be also understanding that that kind of society has to be formed by the people whom we are preaching actually. That should turn into some shape actually. Then only we can see the tangible change in the society. There is a tangible change in the society, and which will really yield to the future spreading of missions so easily actually. There are hundreds of challenges are there, but concept is clear from the Bhaktivinoda Thakur. If you want to read more and more, if you want to understand this, you can read the Sajjanitoshini. You can find, that's actually in the Bengali, but translated to English also by many places you can get translations, or otherwise you can learn Bengali. So there are so many things are there actually. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying how to organize villages, society, Namata, all revolutionary missionary activities are given by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And then his son was enduring, and Srila Prabhupada also taking it forward further. And now it's a time for all of us to take it forward. So here Manu is asking that, okay, you are asking me to increase the progeny and you want me to rule the society, but where is the place? Where is the place? Where should I do this? I need a place. Then after that 15th sloka, Edokah sarva bhutanam mahi magna mahambhasi asya uddharane yatno deva devya vidiyatam. O Master of the demigods, please attempt to lift the earth which is merged in the great water, because it is the dwelling place for all living entities. It can be done by your endeavor and by the mercy of the Lord. तो माने क्या हुआ? अभी मनु को बोले हैं ब्रह्मा जी सो प्रोजनी बड़ा ये करके, लेकिन मनु क्या बोलने लगा? क्या बोलने लगा? ब्रह्मा जी क्या बोले हैं? आप अर्थ प्लैनेट के में ऊपर जाके उधर प्रोजनी को बढ़ाओ बोले हैं क्या? क्या बोले हैं? केवल प्रोजनी को बढ़ाओ और उनको रूलिंग करो, यही बोले हैं. लेकिन मनु क्या बोलने लगा? हाँ, अर्थ प्लैनेट डूब गया, उसको उठाइए करके बोल रहे. तो मनु को कैसे पता है ये अर्थ प्लैनेट में ही जाना है करके? यदि मनु अभी उत्पन्न हो गए अपना पिताजी से, है ना, अभी अपना पिताजी से उत्पन्न हुआ मान लीजिए, तो तभी उनको कैसा पता चल जाता है कि हम अर्थ प्लैनेट में जाके करना है लेकिन अभी डूब गए करके? इसी पॉइंट पर लॉजिक पर बोलते हैं ये जो मनु का स्टोरी है, ये जो पहले दिन का मनु का स्टोरी नहीं है, बल्कि ये 51st ईयर का जो अभी श्वेतवराह कल्पा, दिस कल्पा स्टोरी, दिस इज यू गोस्वामी सेज बेस्ड अपॉन दिस फैक्ट. यू अंडरस्टूड? Past also happened in that Leela, in that Kalpa, in the beginning day, he might have asked. But here he didn't ask, means this Manu he knows already this. That means he's not that means now Brahma Kalpa story is going and suddenly point of Svetavaraha Kalpa point came actually, suddenly. लेकिन फ्लो चल रहे हैं ब्रह्मकल्प का, लेकिन ये ब्रह्मकल्प चल रहे हैं, बोला है पाद्मकल्प का स्टोरी। अभी सबको समझ में आ रहा है? इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट। बहुत लोग पूछते हैं, पकड़ेंगे तो हम लोग तब आंसर दे के परेशान हो जाएंगे। एक्चुअली थोड़ा सा इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, कुछ लोग बुद्धिमान लोग पकड़ लेंगे, ये कैसे पता चल गई ये है करके। अभी मैं और एक बार बोलता हूँ, यस हैं 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 yeah. So actually here Jiva Goswami का commentary है, he says that the logic is श्लोका नंबर 15 ना? हाँ, श्लोक इत्यादिकं पाद्म प्रसंगे ब्रह्म कथा सूचन वत वर्तमान कल्प श्वेतवराह कथा सूचनम ज्ञेयम। सो पाद्म प्रसंगे, प्रसंग चल रहा है पाद्म कल्प का। मैत्रेय मुनि है ना, मैत्रेय मुनि विदुर है, तो मैत्रेय मुनि विदुर को कौन सा कल्प का स्टोरी बोल रहे हैं? पाद्मकल्प का बोल रहे हैं। ओके, पाद्मकल्प का प्रसंग है ये पाद्मकल्प की प्रसंग में अभी 12th चैप्टर में क्या आया? ब्रह्मा जी का उत्पत्ति, मान ब्रह्मा जी से चतुष्कुमार सब आना बोल दिया। ये कब का प्रसंग है? ये ब्रह्मकल्प का प्रसंग है। ओके, ये ब्रह्मकल्प का प्रसंग है। तो तब अभी क्या बोलते हैं? अभी ये जो मनु है, पाद्मकल्प के प्रसंग में ब्रह्मकल्प के पॉइंट्स आया और ब्रह्मकल्प से के अनुसार स्वयंभू मनु की उत्पत्ति हुआ। लेकिन अभी ये जो मनु का स्टोरी है, ये बोलते हैं कथा सूचनवत वर्तमान कल्प। वर्तमान कल्प क्या है? अभी श्वेतवराह कल्प। ये श्वेतवराह कथा सूचनम, ये श्वेतवराह कथा कल्प का कथा है। इसका लॉजिक हम इधर तो स्पष्ट नहीं बोला, मैं तो गेस कर रहा हूं। तो हाउ, सो ही केम टू, दैट मीन्स देयर इज नो अर्थ एंड इट्स ऑलरेडी shrunken, and how I can do this? So but here the Acharya is clearly saying that this story, this Manu story is not for the, Prabhupada is also writing in the purport, according to Jiva Goswami, the topics delineated here are of different millenniums. The present topics are of the Svetavaraha millennium, and the topics regarding to the, so next topic will be Chakshasa Manvantara. This is millennium, Svetavaraha millennium, but the Svetavaraha Kalpa, but the Chakshasa Manvantara. So what will happen next? Next point. So here you see, he is saying, now Brahmakalpa story he is explaining. In that Manu, appearance of Manu he said. Then after that, this Manu is discussing with the Brahmaji, he is belonging to Svetavaraha Kalpa, he is saying. And while explaining this, and now what will happen? So Brahmaji is meditating on why this fell down earth, and he in Yoga Nidra, in the yoga he will see that, in the through a yoga, so he will see that, and earth is in the water, in the Garbhodaka Jal. So then after that, what he will explain, Varaha will come, and then that Varaha is killing Hiranyaksha, he said actually. अरे ये तो ब्राह्म कल्प है, तो कैसा हो सकता है अभी हिरण्याक्ष का वध? हिरण्याक्ष तो है नहीं अभी तक, इसीलिए ये ब्राह्म कल्प का स्टोरी नहीं है। ये जो हिरण्याक्ष के वध बोल रहे हैं, ये क्या है? ये श्वेतवराह कल्प का भी नहीं। श्वेतवराह कल्प में क्या हुआ? श्वेतवराह कल्प में भगवान वराह के रूप में आकर उसको लिफ्ट करके वापस रख दिए, बस हिरण्याक्ष के वध नहीं किए हैं। क्योंकि हिरण्याक्ष का अपीयरेंस होता है किसमें? चाक्षुष मनवंतर में होता है। क्योंकि एक श्वेतवराह कल्प में भी कितना मनवंतर रहता है? 14 मनवंतर रहता है। एक श्वेतवराह कल्प में भी 14 मनवंतर रहता है। पहले मनवंतर क्या है? स्वयंभू मनवंतर। उस स्वयंभू मनवंतर की टाइम में ये हुआ, समझ में आया? तो ये इसी मनवंतर का, स्वयंभू मनवंतर का टाइम में वराह मान श्वेत वराह आकर पृथ्वी को लिफ्ट करके रख दिए हैं। लेकिन वो स्टोरी में कौन सा मनवंतर का स्टोरी मिला दिया? चाक्षुष मनवंतर का। ये है एक्चुअली, इधर लॉजिक हम लोगों को डिक करना पड़ेगा, लेकिन प्रभुपाद भी लिख रहे हैं परपट में, ये स्टोरी ब्रह्म कल्प का नहीं है और ये स्टोरी इसी वर्तमान कल्प का है। वर्तमान कल्प में भी श्वेतवराह माने इसमें भी कल्प में भी मनवंतर रहता है, पहले स्वयंभू मनवंतर है, उस मनवंतर में अर्थ को उठा के रख दिए गए, बस उसमें हिरण्याक्ष की वध नहीं हुआ, लेकिन हिरण्याक्ष की वध हुआ चाक्षुष मनवंतर में। ओके प्रभु जी। वो नहीं मुझे वो हिरण्याक्ष स्टोरी करते चाक्षुष में। यस यस, आई डोंट नो हाउ इट वेंट फेल। No changes will be there. The details may be changed.
Some speakers have mentioned that details will be changing, but almost the same stories only will be coming up. Then why Sukadeva Goswami while explaining Parikshit all this?
No, Sukadeva Goswami, no, is Maitreya is doing this.
But before that, how it is like different?
They say that these pure devotees, when they discuss one kalpa story, because of the pure devotion, other leela coming and waiting in their consciousness, immediately they jump there actually. Like in the story, Maitreya should not mention Varaha, killing of the Hiranyaksha. But same kind of story happened in another kalpa, where there is Varaha is killing the Hiranyaksha. Immediately that leela came and touched their consciousness. Then immediately, without knowing only, their consciousness shifted to there actually. That happens. Then merging happens actually. So, in Brahmakalpa, that can also happen actually. So, but I don't know, Prabhu. That's why I try to give some logic, but it's failed. But but something is there. We should find that. You can find it. So it is Vartamana Kalpa Sveta Varaha Kalpa. That's Pakka. Jiva Goswami is clear and Prabhupada is writing. Is present millennium actually saying. So here only we should see the consciousness of the here Manu. Here Manu, how he is able to know or something in that relation only we should understand actually. So that Manu and this Manu difference is there. Based upon some factor will be there. Let us will no problem. Huh? That question only Prabhuji is telling. That yeah. अच्छा, how do you know this is 51st year? अच्छा, ये तो शास्त्री बोलते हैं, जो वेदव्यास जी वो तो त्रिकालज्ञ है ना, वो तो पीछे भी देखते आगे भी देखते. So he mentions in so in the 12th chapter we have seen na? Yeah. 12th and 11th chapter, time chapter also we have seen. Ayu this, and also in other Purana also it is mentioned. Now the 51st year, while do the Sankalpa also we take this. No. Brahmaji's 51st year going on, that is mentioned, I am saying. Acharya is saying, Srila Goswami is saying, Yadokam ityadikam padma prasange brahma katha सूचनावत. जैसा पाद्म की कल्प की स्टोरीज में मैत्रेयी जी ब्रह्मकल्प का लेके रख दिया, मैंने चतुष्कुमारों की उत्पत्ति ब्रह्मकल्प में हुआ, वो तो पाद्मकल्प में होता ही नहीं, तो उसको लेकर रख दिया। वैसे अभी क्या किया उन्होंने, इसी पाद्मकल्प की स्टोरी में अभी श्वेतवराह का जो भी है वो स्टोरी रख दिया। इसका कारण क्या है, अभी का जो मनु है वो पहले जो ब्रह्मा जी के पहले दिन का जो उत्पन्न हो वो मनु नहीं है। इसका कारण क्या है, थोड़ा सा ढूंढना पड़ेगा, ठीक है, लेट अस विल फाइंड दैट। हाँ हाँ, 50th लास्ट पितृकल्प, हाँ हाँ, यस। सो कथा सूचनम ज्ञेय यत्रैव स्वयंभू प्रसंगे सो ये तो पक्का है। उसके बाद क्या होता है, ब्रह्मा जी का ये मैत्री जी जब अभी लीला एक्सप्लेन करने लगेंगे तो वो अचानक बोलते क्या है, हिरण्याक्ष वध किए हैं, वो तो क्लियर है, क्योंकि हिरण्यकशिपु और हिरण्याक्ष किसके पुत्र हैं, दक्ष का पुत्र हैं। दक्ष किनका पुत्र हैं, सो प्रचेतसाओं का पुत्र हैं। तो प्रचेतस कब आते हैं, चाक्षुष मनवंतर में आते हैं। इसीलिए ये क्या है बोल रहे हैं, देखिए, तो यत्रैव स्वयंभू प्रसंगे, स्वयंभू प्रसंग में भी क्या है, तो प्रचेतस दक्ष दैहित्र हिरण्याक्ष वध रूपा चाक्षुष कथा भी भविष्यति। माने अभी चाक्षुष मनवंतर का स्टोरी आ जाएगा। स्वयंभू मनवंतर का स्टोरी, श्वेतवराह कल्प में 14 मनवंतर है ना, स्वयंभू का स्टोरी बोल रहे हैं, बोलते बोलते अभी फट करके अभी मनवंतर का भी कथा बदल देते हैं। अभी चाक्षुष मनवंतर का कथा ले आएंगे, ठीक है। सो नेक्स्ट, मैत्रेयी जी, परमेष्टि त्वपां मध्ये तथा सन्नाम वेक्षगाम कथमेनां सम्मुनेष्येति दद्यौ दियाचिरम। This only, na? Sri Maitreya said, thus, seeing the earth merged in water, Brahma gave his attention for a long time to how it could be lifted. According to Srila Goswami, the topics delineated here are different millenniums. The present topics are of the Svetavaraha millennium. Svetavaraha Kalpa. Millennium means here. So sometimes Prabhupada writes Kalpa also millennium, and also Chaturyuga is also millennium. So, but here you should take millennium means Kalpa, Svetavaraha Kalpa. And topics regarding to Chakshu millennium means Chakshu Manvantara then. Here millennium means it's a Manvantara. So we also be discussed in this chapter. Abhi aage aayega. सृजतो मे क्षितिर्वार्भे प्लव्यमाना रसां गता अथात्रा किमनुष्ठेयम् अस्माभिः सर्गयोजितै यस्याहं हृदयादासं स ईशो विदधातु मे. Brahma thought, while I have been engaged in the process of creation, the earth has been indented by a delge and has gone down into the depths of the ocean. What can we do? We are engaged in this matter of creation. It is best to let the Almighty Lord direct us. So, how it went, we don't know. It went. Ityabhidhyayato naso avirarat sahasanag varahato ko niragat Angushta Parimanakaha. O sinless Vidura, all of a sudden, while Brahma was engaged in thinking, a small form of boar came out of his nostril. The measurement of the creature was not more than upper portion of a thumb. Actually, point भूल गया मैं. इधर कहाँ गया वो अर्थ? रसाम गतः. ये पृथ्वी कहाँ चले गया एक्चुअली? रसातल. एक्चुअली इसमें थोड़ा सा इम्पोर्टेंट है जानना है. ऐसा ये जो ब्रह्मांड है, ये ब्रह्मांड में तो लगभग हाफ एरिया में कौन रहता है? अर्थ रहता है. हाफ ने आपसे इतना तक तो जल नहीं रहेगा, जल इतना रहेगा मान लीजिए. सो अर्थ इज देयर. Earth is diameter is also almost 400 and something, 66 million yojanas, almost. So, where is the Rasatal? Rasatal is also not down actually. In earth only it is there. So, there is a Belaswarga. In earth, there is a Belaswarga. Earth thickness is almost all, how much? Is 1 lakh. 1 lakh yojanas thickness. And in that thickness, there are the shallows actually. That means some cavities. Open space is there. Shallow and cavities. In that shallow, in the form of cavities, like this is like you take, it is like this is the thickness you take. Here, each, that means Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatal, Patal, all these 7, they have 10,000 yojanas. Only 10,000 yojanas. So how much thickness earth is having? 1 lakh. And these are each is 10,000 yojanas, and there is a space of 500 yojanas of space, something is there between each. So like this, total all the 7 planets are there in the earth only, in that open space, in the thickness of earth only these are there. So now earth is falling in the Rasatal means what? Here Rasatal is indicating what? Rasatal, from the Upalakshana you should take, Rasatal means you should take Patal, the surface of the Patal, which is there here actually, just the surface of this, down surface of this earth. So that's why this almost all, Rasatal means you should take Patal, means what you take? Ultimately, Garbhodaka Jal. That means, in Garbhodaka Jal, this earth is falling. That means when earth is falling means what is falling? Including with all the 6 down planets also are inside of this. Is clear? Something? No. They are different actually. They have a lot of distance. But lower planets are there in the earth only. On top surface we are there, and that is a thickness is there. In that thickness, these are there. Huh? Flat actually. Earth is like a disc. It's like a disc. Patal, yes, that's true. That's true. I don't know, Prabhu. That I don't know. Huh? Actually, on this earth, there is a swimming is there like this, and there is a Bharatavarsha, and here one is one ice cream cone. Like this, Bharatakanda is there. So like this, and there down is fixed actually. South pole is fixed. So that's why flights cannot go from US to Australia. If you want to go, it will go from North Pole only. You cannot see even one flight also going from South Pole. It's impossible because that is closed. Did you see any flight is going through South Pole from this side to that side like this? It's not possible. So this is fixed actually. Hey, no. No, it's verified information only. This is like top goal. Total fell actually. Everything went into the water. Garbhodaka Jal. In the Garbhodaka Jal. And here Acharyas are writing, I am saying from Acharyas only, so they are writing that, so here, हाँ, रसायाः अपि मही विवरत्वात् यस्य अर्थकम. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying रसातलस्य भू विवरत्वात् तत्र भुवोः मज्जन अनुपपत्तेः. मज्जन अनुपपत्ति means impossible. What majjana means? What? Drowning into what? रसातला. हम लोग अभी ये पृथ्वी रसातल में गिर गए बोलेंगे, वो संभव होगा ही नहीं बोल रहे आचार्य. क्यों संभव नहीं होगा? वो भू विवरत्वात्. भू विवरत माने भू, पृथ्वी का जो होल है उसी होल में ये सभी हैं. तो तब इस पृथ्वी की एक होल में रहने वाले रसातल में पूरा पृथ्वी जाके कैसे गिरेगा? तो इसीलिए बोल रहे हैं मज्जन अनुपपत्ते है. सो इसीलिए क्या लेना चाहिए हम लोगों को? रसातल मंडी क्या लेना? सो रसातल में गिर गए माने क्या लेना है? गर्भोदम माने गर्भोदक जल में गिरा है करके लेना है. समझ में आया? तो ये रसातल ये सभी छोटा छोटा है. 10,000 क्यूबिकली चारों दिशा में वो कितना रहता है? वो 10,000 योजना से रहता है उसका. और पूरा पृथ्वी का थिकनेस है 1 लाख. 1 लाख में 10,000 वाला ऐसा रहते हैं. जैसा हमारा भाई साहब तो बना दिए हैं पावनेश्वर, एक फोटो भेज दिए, वो दिखाता हूँ मैं, रुकिए. ये पृथ्वी का थिकनेस है ये, ठीक है. तो इसमें अतला वितला सुतला तालातला महातला रसातला पाताला. ओके, टोटल कितना है? 99,000 योजनास. सो ऑलमोस्ट ऑल ये 1 लाख का योजनास है थिकनेस. उसी थिकनेस में ये पूरा ऊपर ये सभी सुमेरु है. ये है ना, ये तो कटिंग है ये पूरा, ये तो ऊपर का ये सुमेरु है. सुमेरु की नीचे ये सब रहते हैं. अभी रसातल कहाँ है? इधर है. ये पूरा पृथ्वी है. ये पूरा ऐसा कितना है? ऐसा एक डिस्क है. ये ऐसा जाके ये रसातल में कैसे गिरेगा? संभव है? वो उसके अंदर में है. वो बात आचार्य कमेंट्री में भी बोलते हैं. तो ये बात हम लोग कमेंट्री में भी देखते हैं. इसमें बोलते हैं तो नहीं, ये नहीं. 5th कैंटो 24th चैप्टर 7th श्लोका, इसमें देख सकते हैं आप. इसमें बोलते हैं भूम्याम एव विवराः संति. वो श्लोक में आप देखेंगे भूमि का होल, विवर माने होल, भूमि का होल में ही ये सभी रहते हैं. इसीलिए इसका नाम है अतल वितल सुतल. इन सबका नाम है भू विवराः. इसका नाम हो गया भू विवराः माने भूमि का पृथ्वी का होल्स में रहने वाला. पृथ्वी में ही रहते ये. सुमेरु के नीचे कैविटी, ओपन स्पेस. इसीलिए बोलते हैं ना, हम लोग रिसेंटली स्टोरी महाभारत में देखते हैं तो नीचे पाताल लोक, नहीं तो नीचे लोग जाते हैं, वो पृथ्वी को खोदते जाएंगे तो पाताल आता है. यही पाताल आता है एक्चुअली. वो एक अलग लोक नहीं, बाहर से माने अलग से एक पृथ्वी के नीचे एक ग्लोब की जैसा ऐसा नहीं है, साथ उसी के अंदर है. इसी को बिल स्वर्ग. हाँ, न उधर से नीचे जाएंगे तो उसका प्रोमिनेंट अपुलेंस बढ़ जाता है एक्चुअली. बिल स्वर्ग बोलते हैं इसको. उसका नागलोक, हाँ, नीचे का अतल वितल सुतल सभी बिल स्वर्ग है. उधर अपुलेंस बहुत ज़्यादा रहते हैं. लेकिन ह्यूमन बींग जाएंगे तो जल जाएंगे, क्योंकि उधर तो बहुत विश्व निकलता है. जैसा नागलोक भी नीचे ही रहता है, उसमें भी अलग अलग एरियाज में लोग भी, छोटा छोटा लोग भी रहते हैं उसी में. नो, हम लोग इधर है ना. वेट. सो हम लोग कहाँ हैं? ये पृथ्वी है, ये सुमेरु है. सुमेरु के नीचे बिल स्वर्ग है. इसमें भारतवर्ष है ऐसा हॉरिजॉन्टली. उसके ऊपर ये भरत करना इधर है. हम लोगों को इधर से उतर के इधर से जाके सुमेरु के नीचे जाके खोदना पड़ेगा. जब अभी जैसा हम लोग सुनते हैं ये जो 9th कैंटो में रिसेंटली हम लोग देखे हैं, जो सुद्युम्नु वैवस्वत मनु का पुत्र, वो जाते हैं एक जंगल जिसमें लड़की बन जाते हैं, जो भी जाएंगे तो औरत बनता है ना, सुद्युम्नु। वो जंगल कहाँ है? वो सुमेरु की पास में रहते हैं, सुमेरु की फुट हिल्स में रहते हैं। तो माने हम लोग भागवत में पढ़ने वाला स्टोरी केवल इधर का ही नहीं, तो ये पूरा रूलिंग करने वाला, भारतवर्ष को रूलिंग करने राजा का, ये सभी आता है एक्चुअली। इसीलिए वो लोग इधर चले गए हैं सुमेरु से नीचे, ऐसा भी बोलते हैं। ओके, हाँ हाँ, ये पूरा पृथ्वी को अभी इधर ये कैसा 1 2 3 4 5 लाइक दैट, उसी को स्ट्रिप्स, पृथ्वी को स्ट्रिप्स बना दिए। हाँ हाँ, मेरे पास नहीं। हाँ आपका पिक्चर चाहिए ऐसा? हाँ, ये 3 डायमेंशनल वर्ल्ड दिस इज, यस, या XYZ। हाँ, यस।
People, they have access for all this earthly planet. This means total. Currently, the Kali Yuga beings, they have only access till this Bhugola. They are not going outside Jambudvipa or outside the Varshas, or they are not able to know this Mount Sumeru.
No,
All this-
Varnashram system is there here. In the Bharatavarsha completely, in the 5th canto, 19th chapter we see. So this Bharatakanda is part of the Bharatavarsha. In Bharatavarsha, whole Bharatavarsha, there is a Varnashram system is there. And karma is there, and devotion is there, devotees are there. Now we are in Bharatakanda. In Bharatavarsha, we are just one part actually. This earth actually, where we call. And there is a lot of portion is there other than this. So then, in that Bharatavarsha, there are so many devotees are existing, and there is a Naranarayan Rishi is worshipped in this Bharatavarsha. And then after that another Varsha is there, Ilavarta Varsha, and like that many Varshas are there. And many different gods are being worshipped there. Yes. That will come in 5th canto.
But currently we don't have access. That's why we are not able to grasp or perceive that.
But previously, people who are in this planet also, in this Bharatakanda also, they used to go other places because of their extra powers. Now it's very difficult. We cannot.
Now current term Earth is confined to this current planet which we are living in. Currently, Earth means, Prithvi means which we are living this
We are
small
thinking,
planet.
but no.
But not this entire thing.
And that is our understanding is only this small, but actually this whole is it's like a disc actually, and it is having the 1 lakh yojanas of thickness. In the thickness under the Sumeru, so there are so cavity is there, open shallow place. In that, like that, 10,000 yojanas, equal yojanas, 10,000 yojanas, like that, width and height and also depth. So so blocks are there. Those are the Atala, Vitala, Sutala, like that, as per shown in diagram. So this is the Sumeru, and this is totally the earth, and cross is a cross. What is that? Cross section. This is cross sectional view. Yeah. Cross sectional view of earth. This is. Bharatkhanda. Okay, anyway, so here, why this point is coming? Here, earth is falling in Rasatala means not Rasatala, but it is falling in Garbhodaka ocean. That is the main point actually. Acharyas are bringing. Why they are saying? Because Rasatala is also part of the Prithvi only. That means inside Prithvi only it is there. Inside earth only it is there. Yes, Prabhu. Bhumandal and Bhukhand, I don't know.
Bhumandal and Bhukhand, these are two different things.
I don't know Bhukhand actually. No, Bhukhand, I don't know where it came actually. Bhumandal means entire earth, but Bhukhanda I don't know. Bharatakanda I am saying.
Bharatkhand, yeah, sorry. So these are two different things.
Different, na?
So this Earth planet, this represents Bharatkhand, right?
No, Bharatakanda means now where we have this, where we have means all our 7 continents.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Our
This
7
Earth
continents
globe.
comes under Bharatakanda only. That is a part of the Bharatavarsha. And Bharatavarsha is part of Jambu Dvipa. Jambu Dvipa is part of Bhumandal.
Yeah, so this Earth globe, this is Bharatkhand.
Bharatakanda.
Yeah, and this is Mother Earth.
Mother Earth is entire Bhumandal.
Entire Bhumandal.
Okay, next, Prabhu. रसातल में तो गिर गए अभी। रसातल में गिरना माने उसके जहां भी रसातल में गिरने वहां लेना है आपको गर्भोदक जल में गिर गए, ये ब्लाइंडली, क्योंकि रसातल में गिरना होगा ही नहीं, अनुपपत्ति है माने संभव होगा ही नहीं। लेकिन फिर भी क्यों बोला ऐसा? क्योंकि वो रसातल से हम लोग लेना है पाताल उपलक्षण से। जैसे कोई बोलेंगे गंगा मेरा, आपका घर कहाँ है बोलेंगे तो गंगा में मेरा घर है बोलेंगे। आपका घर है वही रोड पर ही है, हमारा घर उधर ही है, रोड पर है हमारा घर बोलते हैं या नहीं? तो रोड पर माने रोड के एग्जैक्टली ऊपर है क्या? उपलक्षण से क्या लेते हैं हम लोगों? रोड की किनारे लेते हैं ना। वैसा ही इधर रसातल माने रसातल में नहीं है, रसातल जहां पास में है उसकी पास में कौन है? गर्भोदक जल, उसमें गिरा, ऐसा लेना करके आचार्य बोल रहे। ठीक है।
तो प्रभु जी जैसे ये प्लेनेट अर्थ है, तो इसको पानी में डुबाया कि पूरा भूमंडल को? ये प्लेनेट अर्थ
पूरा
पूरा पॉपुलेशन तो प्लेनेट अर्थ पे हो रहा है,
पूरा 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 भूमंडल गिर गया। माने एक ग्लोब है ना, उसमें ये जो डिस्क है पूरा गिर गया। ठीक है,
क्योंकि वो रात ने प्रभु जी वो जो ग्लोब उठाए उसमें तो नाक के ऊपर उनको ये धरती दिखाते हैं, ग्लोब अर्थ ग्लोब को दिखाते हैं नाक के ऊपर।
मुझे नहीं पता है वो तो। ठीक है, वो मैं नहीं पता है वो पिक्चर मुझे, वो क्यों ग्लोब में ऐसा दिखा रहे हैं हमको क्या पता है। नेक्स्ट, इत्यभिधाय तो नासौ विवरा सहसा नघा वराहतो को निरगाद अंगुष्टि परिमाणकः। ओ sinless Vidura, all of a sudden while Brahma was engaged in thinking, a small form of a boar came out of his nostril. The measurement of the creature was not more than the upper portion of a thumb. So either angushta parimana is said, but actually you should take the top portion of the angushta, you should take upper portion of angushta agra. So Sridhar Swami is giving this. So that's why Prabhupada is translating it as upper portion of thumb, not the thumb. Thumb parimana is not said, upper portion of thumb. And that this much big size Varaha came out from the nostrils of Brahmaji when he was thinking what happened, why it happened like this. So next, tasya vipashyata swastha kshanena kila bharata gajamatah pravruddhe tadadbhutam abhut mahat. O descendant of Bharata, while Brahma was observing him, that boar became situated in the sky in a wonderful manifestation as gigantic as a great elephant. वो धीरे धीरे देखते ही ये छोटा सा वराह इतना बड़ा हो गया पूरा। तो इसमें एक विशेष बात है हम लोगों को जानना है। अच्छा, आगे आगे बोलूँगा वो पॉइंट, चलो ठीक है. O descendant of Bharata, while Brahma was observing him, the boar became situated in the sky in a wonderful manifestation as a gigantic has great elephant. ये जो वराह क्या है, अब आगे विश्वनाथ चक्र ठाकुर क्लैरिफाई करेंगे. इसको यज्ञ वराह भी बोलते हैं, माने यज्ञमय करके बोलते हैं. ये कैसा बोलते हैं आगे आएगा. सो नेक्स्ट, मरीचि प्रमुखै विप्रै कुमारैर्मनुना सह दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं तर्कयामास चित्रधा. Struck with wonder at observing the wonderful boar-like form in the sky, Brahma, with great Brahmanas like Marichi as well as the Kumaras and Manu, began to argue in various ways. All these upper planets under the Brahmaji and also in the down planets. So we are seeing that all the Marichi and others are there, Brahmaji's sons and Kumaras. They are seeing this wonderful Varaha is keep on increasing, and they are getting surprised. Kime tatsukara vyajyam sattvam divyam avastitam aho bataschyaryamidam nasaya me vinisrutam. Is this some extraordinary entity come in the pretense of a boar? It is very wonderful that he has come from my nose. वो आश्चर्यजनक हो गया सबका. दृष्टोंगुष्ट शिरो मात्र क्षणात् गंडशिला समः अपि स्विद् भगवानेशा यज्ञो मे स्वेदयन्मनः. First of all, this boar was seen no bigger than the tip of thumb. Either Angushta Sira is given. There Angushta Parimana is given. So now finally it is Angushta Sira is taken actually. Angushta means tip of, that means upper portion of the Angushta. So first of all, this boar was seen no bigger than the tip of a thumb. And when a moment he was as large as stone, my mind is perturbed. Is he the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu? Purport, since Brahma is the supermost person in the universe and he had never before experienced such a form, he could guess that the wonderful appearance of the boar was an incarnation of Vishnu. The uncommon features symptomatic of the incarnation of the Godhead can bewilder even the mind of Brahma. Iti Mimam satastasya brahmana saha sunubhihi Bhagavan yajna purusho jagar jagendra sannibhihi. While Brahma was deliberating with his sons, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu roared tumultuously like a great mountain. It appears that great hills and mountains also have their roaring power because they also are living entities. Prabhupada writes actually in another place also, even stones and mountains also have the living entity and they also can grow. Growing mountains. Now, so since they are dying, so they are not growing. Dead stones, they cannot grow. So living stones, they can grow. While Brahma was guessing about the appearance of the Lord's incarnation as a boar, the Lord confirmed Brahma's contemplation by roaring with his gorgeous voice. Brahmanam harshayamasa haristamschadijotaman swagarjitena kukuba pratiswananaya vibhuhu. The omnipotent Supreme Personality of Godhead enlivened Brahma and the other highly elevated Brahmanas by again roaring with his uncommon voice, which echoed in all directions. Brahma and other enlightened Brahmanas who know the Supreme Personality of Godhead are enlivened by the appearance of the Lord in any of his multi-incarnations. The appearance of wonderful and gigantic incarnations of Vishnu as the mountain-like boar didn't fill them with any kind of fear, although the Lord's resounding voice was tumultuous and echoed horribly in all directions as an open threat to all demons who might challenge his omnipotency. Nishamyate gargaritim swasveda kshayishnu maya maya sukarasya janah tapa satya nivasinaste tribih pavitrairmanayo grunansma. When the great sages and thinkers who are residents of Janaloka, Tapoloka and Satyaloka heard the tumultuous voice of Lord Bor, which was he all auspicious sound of the all merciful Lord, they chanted auspicious chants from the three Vedas. So all these Marichi and others, Prajapatis, they started chanting the mantras from three Vedas. So from the Vedas, their Vedic hymns, they started chanting. And here Maya Mayam, here the word Maya Mayam is taken. Maya Mayam means which kind of this boar? This boar is out of which Maya? Yeah, it's out of the Yoga Maya. So that is being said, Yoga Maya. Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying Maya means Krupa. Maya meanings are Krupa also is the meaning, and covering is also another meaning. So that's why also Shakti is also another meaning. So that's why Maya is having several different meanings. Here Maya means you should take Krupa, or otherwise Gnanam. Gnanamayasya. Maya means Gnanam also. There is another meaning actually in the various Nighantus. In the dictionaries you find Maya means Gnanam also you can. So this boar is full of Gnanamayam. Gnanamayam boar. This appeared. All these sages who are on the higher planets, they are seeing the big boar and they started mantras from the Rug, Yajus, Sama, Mantraihi, Sthuvan. Why not Atharva Veda? Other Veda, most of the time it is containing Abhichara Yoga actually. That's why Atharva Yoga is, they don't prefer Atharva Yoga. Next, 25th sloka. Abhichara yogas are fully filled with Abhichara yogas. Abhichara means black magics. Next sloka. This is over. Nishamyate. When the great sages and thinkers who are residents of Janaloka, Tapoloka and Satyaloka heard the tumultuous voice of the Lord Bor, which was the all auspicious sounds of all merciful Lord, chanted auspicious chants from the three Vedas. Prabhupada explained that way, Maya. Then we'll go to the 26th. Tesham satam veda vitana murtir brahma vadharyatma gunanuvadam vinadya bhuyo vibudodaya gajendra lilo jalama vivesha. Playing like an elephant, he entered into the water after roaring again in reply to the Vedic prayers by the great devotees. The Lord is the object of Vedic prayers, and thus he understood the devotees' prayers were meant for him. Here Vishwanath is writing, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Veda Vitana Rupa Sarva Vedamayi. Here in this sloka, Veda Vitana Murtir is coming, na? What it means? The meaning is is full of what? Knowledge, Vedas. Veda Vitana Murti is the expansion of the Vedas, Vedic knowledge. That means he is a Vedamayam. Veda Vitana Rupa Sarva Vedamai Natu Prakrita Murti Yasya Saha Vedanam Bhagavat Niswasa Rupatvat Bhagavan Niswasasyaiva Leelaya Brahmanasa Pravishtasya Sukar Rupatvam प्रविष्टस्य सूकररूपत्वं ज्ञेयम् अतः तेषां मुनीनाम् आत्मगुणानुवादं तन् मुनिकर्तृकम् आत्मगुणानुकथनमेव ब्रह्म vedam dharya gnatva. What it may happen, actually here Vishwanath is saying based upon this sloka, here it is said that Veda Vitana Rupa, Lord is full of Vedas, means like see Karnano Sai Vishnu, or otherwise we see Vishnu is exhaling what? Vedas. Yes? And these Vedas is entering into the Brahmaji's nose in the form of breathing. And they came from his nose in the form of Varaha. So that's why Varaha is full of Vedas. Here poetically he is saying actually, Lord is exhaling, that means we say Lord is exhaling what? Is exhaling air, CO, oxygen and carbon dioxide, CO2? No. So Lord is exhaling Vedas, and that Vedas are entering into the nose of Brahmaji, and now they are coming in the form of Varaha. They came in the form of Varaha. Like that he is saying in a poetic way. एक्चुअली इतना बड़ा रूम होने से फोकस नहीं हो पा रहा है, मुझे भी एक छोटा रूम नहीं है, बड़ा रूम में वो क्लोजनेस नहीं है एक्चुअली, पूरा फोकस भी, और इतना में भी वॉइस भी बहुत गूंज रहे, इको आ रहे हैं, और वातावरण भी ऐसा पूरा ओपन है सब जगह, फोकस नहीं आ रहा है एक्चुअली मुझे। यदि छोटा रूम है तो अच्छा रहता है एक्चुअली, छोटा रूम में तो क्लोज भी रहेंगे और आवाज़ भी नहीं रहेगा, तो अच्छा रहता है एक्चुअली। AC is not there. अच्छा, AC will not switch on it. Huh? चलिए नेक्स्ट। So the form of the Lord is any shape, is always transcendental and full of knowledge and mercy. The Lord is the destroyer of all material contamination because his form is personified Vedic knowledge. All the Vedas worship the transcendental form of the Lord. In the Vedic mantras, the devotees request the Lord to remove the glaring effulgence because it covers his real face. That is the version of Isopanishad. The Lord has no material form, but his form is always understood in terms of Vedas. The Vedas are said to be breath of the Lord, and that breath was inhaled by Brahma, the original student of Vedas. The breathing from the nostrils of Brahma caused the appearance of Lord Boar, Varaha, and therefore the boar incarnation of the Lord is personified. Vedas is writing from Vishwanath Chakravarti at this point. उत्क्षिप्तवाला कचरः कठोरः सटा विदुन्वन् कररोम शत्वक् सुराहताभ्रसितदंष्ट्र ईक्षा ज्योतिर्बभासे भगवान् महीद्रः. Before entering the water to rescue the earth, the boar flew in the sky, slashing his tail, his heart eyes querying, his very glance was luminous, and he scattered the clouds in the sky with his hooves and his glittering white tusks. It's a beautification. Granena prudvya padavim vijigran kroda padesha swayamadvaranga karala danstropya karala drugbhyam udvikshva vipran gunato vishatkam. He was personally the Supreme Lord Vishnu and was therefore transcendental. Yet, because he had the body of a hog, he searched after the earth by smell. भगवान की अवतार किस प्रकार का होता है? तो अवतार माने जैसा लीला को जो जो चाहिए उतना ही प्रकट करते हैं. सो भगवान में अनेक प्रकार की शक्तियां हैं. सो पूर्ण भगवान कौन है? कृष्ण भगवान. सो लॉर्ड कृष्णा, श्री कृष्णा. सो he is the reservoir of all the potencies. All potencies are belongs to him. But what about the Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, Vamana and these? These are all nothing but avatars, are nothing but what? That means something is cut from that Krishna and take it out and he is kept like this. It's not like that. So what is the meaning of the avatara? Meaning of avatara is manifestation of Madhurya Shakti, Kripa Shakti, or other Aishwarya Shakti and so on. Manifestation of the different potencies is nothing but avatara. So then how to some difference between two avatars? How the difference is made? The high and low of the manifestation of these potencies is known nothing but avatar actually. All avatars are in one place only, in Krishna only. All avatars, Nrsimha, Matsya, Varmana, Kurma, all are there in one Krishna only. And Krishna is everywhere, and because of his inconceivable potency, you will seeing all these manifestation of the energies differently in different places and different directions. Like example is given. Like if you take a peacock feather, so in this peacock feather, so there is a one primary color if you see in the straight, but when you tilt it, you'll be seeing the various other colors. But there is one primary color if you see, like sari actually for the woman, sari, jari sari. So if you see that sari, so it will be looking like yellow color. Maybe if you see the tilted it, some directions, and yellow, green, blue like that. Similarly, main is what? Sri Krishna, Lord Krishna. And when his energies are seen in the different portions, like his, what kind of energies? His Kripa Shakti, or otherwise his Aishwarya Shakti, Madhurya Shakti. So those are manifesting in a different qualities, then what will happen? So then you will be seeing that as a one avatara. And all are there simultaneously in him only and also in the outside. But these are all achintya actually. So how can you say these are all inside in him only? In the Payovrata, when Mother Aditi, when she did the Payovrata, after that Vishnu appeared. And that Vishnu himself turned into the Vamanadev. Without adding or without subtracting anything, Vishnu himself became Vamanadev. So based upon this, our Acharyas are saying, so there is nothing is added or nothing is subtracted from him. All these Swamshas means what? Manifestation of that energy. Sometimes it manifests. Like in the case of Varaha, now some kind of energy is manifested. In the case of Nrsimha, another kind. So in the case of the Vamandev, another. Vamandev means is more beautiful. So beauty is manifested. And in the case of the Nrsimhadev, what is manifested? His power, his Aishwarya is extremely manifested. And in the case of Balaram, his beauty is manifested. So like this, how many avatars are there? Millions and millions of avatars are there. Lord energy can manifest like this, millions and millions. This also Purusha avatars, also under him only, in him only. So like this, now Varaha avatara is appearing. Okay, it's a final. This is purport. Karala Damstropyakarala Durgyam. He was personally the Supreme Lord Vishnu and was therefore transcendental, yes, yet because he had the body of a hawk, he searched after the earth by smell. His tusks were fearful and he glanced over the devotee Brahmanas engaged in offering prayers. Thus he entered water. Then he entered into the Garbhodaka ocean to bring back earth into the upside, into the top. Okay, thank you very much. So we will stop here. Tomorrow there is a prayers are there. We will be finishing prayers and then we'll continue the 14th chapter. 4:30 na ending time, Prabhu? We'll also start sharply 11 o'clock. We'll try tomorrow so that we'll end also sharply 4:30. Not that the starting is 12 o'clock, 11:30 and stopping 4:30 is not good.
So all the devotees are requested. Prabhuji is telling that if we want to stop on time, then we should start on time because otherwise the chapters will not be complete properly. So tomorrow all the devotees are requested to assemble by 11 o'clock morning. Huh?